Oh, I also wanted to ask about your running and running the marathon because I want to know how the I am 88 shirt came to be.
In preparation for doing this marathon, I did do training for 6 or 7 months or more out in the park every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning with a trainer. I've had a actual exercise trainer for the same person for 25 years.
You write about him in the book, which was very wonderful.
Yes, you'd hold the book up.
I wanted to hold the book up for people to see. It's a very pretty cover. I like it a lot.
But the story of the marathon is actually a funny story. My son from California, Jamie, who's 47, came to East. He's a producer in Hollywood, but he came to give me moral support and also, not safety, but just, 26 miles is a long way to go. Mm-hmm. He just wanted to go do it with me, even though he had not really done any training. When you do it in corrals. There were 50,000 people there in corrals at 10,000 each. And when you start, I was in one of the corrals and the runners, zoom off. And there are 20, 30 or 40 people who were doing what I was doing, which is I didn't run the marathon. I walked and jogged it, mostly walking.
It was like a 19-minute mile, so very brisk walking.
Well, no, I was at a 17-20 mile until I had my problem. I should have done it in a 17-20 mile. Unfortunately, I had the problem at the 20th mile. But as we're walking fast, there was a woman alongside us who was also jogging, and she had written across her chest her name in big letters. And as we were going down 4th Avenue in Brooklyn, after we crossed the bridge, everybody was cheering for this person. Let's say her name was Carol. Go, Carol. Go, Carol. You can do it. Great. And they were literally cheering. And I turned to my son, and as we're going, and I said, Jamie, what's wrong with us? Whether we chicken soup, nobody is saying one single enthusiastic comment. And my last name was on my shirt. And I said, sidle over to her as we're walking. And, and by the way, she was walking like she was 100 years old. She was totally bent over, shuffling along. So he goes over as we're moving forward and then comes back to me and says, she's 62. I said, 62? And they're cheering for her?
Yeah.
And no one is cheering for me?
Well, she has a lot of relatives.
I said, no. She looked like she was
older
100.
than she was.
Yeah. She looked a lot older than I did. Mm-hmm. So I said, let's call Christina, who was one of my daughter-in-law's sisters, who was going to meet us at mile 5, and tell her to bring a Sharpie to the race. So she came at mile 5 with this Sharpie, and I stopped and I wrote across my chest, which you can see in any pictures, I am 88. And after that,
they were cheering.
Carol, or whatever her name was, which I do know, no one they didn't even mention her. And we had cheers like you can't imagine.
You were already on mile 21. We had just walked a bit to get to you, and the amount that we walked, I was exhausted.